welcome back to Worship Time with me, Karen. It's great to see you all again. Now today we're going to finish off our stories about superheroes. But before we do that, I've got something to show you. Can anybody tell me what it is that I'm holding? That's right, it's a baby doll. Now, I'm sure lots of you have got baby dolls at home. So what I'd like you to do you think you can pause this video and go and find your baby doll and bring it back for me to see? That'd be great. And if you haven't got a baby doll, then please don't worry. Perhaps you can pretend to hold one like this. So, pause the video and off you go. Fantastic, everybody. I think your baby dolls are beautiful. Now, can you pretend or hold your baby like this very, very carefully? And I'd like you to think about what it is that babies need. Do any of you know anything about what babies need? If you do, can you shout it out for me? Excellent. Well done. Babies need lots of things, don't they? Things like milk and buggies and clothes. But there's one thing that babies need lots of, and you probably said it. It's that babies need lots and lots of big cuddles. Why don't you give your baby a big cuddle, or maybe your mum and dad, whoever is with you, give them a big cuddle, because cuddles are great, aren't they? Now, our story is all about a baby. But the superhero in our story isn't a baby. It's actually a big sister. Put your hand up if you're a big sister. Excellent. Well, let's find out what this big sister does in our Bible story. So here we go. Her name was Miriam. Miriam and her family lived in Egypt, but things were dangerous there. God's people had been living in Egypt for a long time, but the king was getting worried that there were too many of them and that they would take over his land. So the king made a decision. He decided to get rid of all the new baby boys. How awful! God's people did lots of things to try and keep their babies safe. Miriam's mother had just had a new baby boy. She was delighted, but also worried that the king would find out. There we go. So Miriam's mum made a basket, just like this. And very carefully, she got her baby boy and she placed him into the basket. And Miriam and her mum took the basket down to the river. They put the basket in the water and watched as the baby travelled down the river. Miriam's mum was so sad she had to leave. But Miriam didn't. She waited. She wanted to make sure the baby was safe. So she hid behind some bushes. And here's a picture of her. She watched as the baby in the basket went down the river. She wanted to make sure he was safe. She loved her little brother so much. Now, as the basket floated down the river, a woman was nearby. It was the king's daughter. It was a princess. And she saw the little basket and she saw the little baby inside. Her heart went out to the baby. She picked him up and knew that she had to take care of him. Miriam, there she is, popped out from behind the bushes. She said to the princess, "Would you like someone to help you look after the baby? I know someone who can help you." And she ran home and got her mum. And because of Miriam, her mother got to look after her little boy for the princess. And this little boy grew up to be another superhero for God. Miriam loved her little brother and was very kind to him. She used her love and care for her family to show how God protects and cares for us. Because of Miriam looking out for her little brother, God was able to protect Moses. Miriam wasn't strong or important or brave, and she didn't have a mask or a cape. But God used her simple love and kindness to do something amazing. So, what have we learnt about being a superhero for God? We've learnt that you can be big and small, and we've learnt that it's about remembering that God is always with us, that He goes before us. We've learnt that He is our strength, and that our kindness and love are some of our best superpowers. Let's say a prayer. Dear God, thank you that you protect us, that you are always with us, that you go before us. Thank you that you are our strength, and help us, Lord, to use our love and kindness to do amazing things for you. Amen. Fantastic, everybody. Lovely to see you all today. And don't forget, we're all superheroes for God. Bye, everybody.
He loves me.